Products with natural ingredients were in homes and businesses from the Industrial Revolution to the 1960s, when there was no talk about environmental problems. But today, man-made chemicals have become a major part of our daily lives. They are in just about everything we use, from our pool and hot tub products to lawn products, from fertilizers to weed killers, to plastic storage containers and water bottles, to non-stick pots and pans, to cleaning products, to furniture, and so much more. Chemicals have become a big part of our daily lives. Today, there are about 85,000 chemicals, which is about 85,000 more chemicals than there were in the Industrial Revolution. But thing is, the Environmental Protection Agency has only been able to require testing of a very small percentage of these. So today, humans in industrialized nations are subject to thousands of untested chemicals that weren't around when Earth was still in a pristine state. Regardless of where these chemicals were produced or used, their manufacturing process or manufacturing products that use them, or incineration, which includes chemicals, emits pollutants that get blown all over the world, subjecting people everywhere, even in non-industrialized nations, to their dangers. The chemicals in everyday products like plastic, cleaning products, and our pots and pans, etc., get into human bodies through food, air, and contact with products made from them. The Center for Disease Control states that almost every American has hundreds of chemicals in their blood and tissues, which even at low doses can be toxic, which can cause many medical conditions and diseases. Some chemicals are even present in babies in the womb before they are born, and the younger a person is, the more susceptible they are to chemicals, because their immune systems aren't fully developed. So if we want the cure for many medical conditions and diseases that make news today, it isn't in a medical procedure. It's not buying products loaded with chemicals that cause problems humans want ended. Chemical testing isn't nearly what people would expect. Very few of the thousands of chemicals that are used every day are tested. Even if they are one of the few that are tested, there is no such thing as long-term testing. Today's rush to get research and development dollars into production doesn't provide decades in the future testing. CFC should have taught us a lesson. When CFC started to be commonly used, there was no long-term data. Until decades later, they reached the ozone layer, where CFC started depleting Earth's ozone layer, which is an essential component of Earth allowing us to live here. This can happen again. Any untested chemical can destroy any unforeseen thing. Many of the chemicals used in endless products today are known carcinogens, which means they are known to cause cancer, which might explain the growth in cancer since society started using all these chemicals. Whether it is emissions from the production processes or these chemicals getting into the air and water from their disposal processes, or simply having them in your home, which makes indoor air more polluted than outdoor air, the cure for cancer is to stop producing and using the many toxic chemicals that are known carcinogens. The Toxic Substances Control Act took effect in 1971. Problem is, it was based on chemicals should be considered innocent until proven guilty. The Safe Chemical Act was introduced on April 14, 2011 to overhaul the Toxic Substance Control Act because the scientific and medical experts continue to state that chemicals are linked to learning disabilities, infertility, cancers, and illnesses that humans want cures for. This act would restrict the worst of the worst chemicals and upgrade the testing and evaluation of chemicals. It will give the EPA the authority to protect public health, which is an upgrade because currently the EPA is powerless to act even against the most notorious chemicals. However, getting this passed will take an act of Congress, so good luck with this needed legislation. Thing is, the cure for many medical problems, including many cancers, lies in individuals' hands. Just like if individuals stopped using disposable products, it would stop the negative consequences of them. The same goes for chemicals. If individuals stop buying products that contain any one of the tens of thousands of chemicals being used today, then society would stop the negative consequences of them, which includes many medical conditions, including cancers.